Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I am Jen Giggles. I am here hosting again. Mostly that just means I'm producing everything, making sure stuff happens. We're back with another Artifacts of Romulus episode, and we'll bring everybody in here. And starting, we'll introduce with Jenny, the GM for today.
Greetings and salutations to you all. And may Romulus give you wisdom and guidance, and may Sekhmet never be angry. I am our Keeper of Secrets, as is my chosen runner title. Um, and anyone that tuned in last time, or anyone that missed last time will should know now that Froverax is no longer with the party. And I'm going to pass it on to our dwarf.
Greetings. I am Sorknir Starcaller. I am a noble of two houses seeking to unite them. Greetings.
And who do you pass it to?
I shall pass it to the large friendly ice giant friend.
Hello, everyone. My name's Lee. I'm playing as Yorick, a sorcerer of some skill, a lot of ice magic, and who's just along for the ride, who missed the entire fight and is very confused. Just always very confused about everything. It's okay. We manage. And I'm going to pass it to Rafe, because Rafe's the smart one who knows what's going on.
Yes, I am playing Rafe LeBeau, and she, her are this Harengon's pronouns, also a sorcerer, and rather just kind of sort of along for the ride, but also doesn't want bad things to happen, so thinks it's important to be here, even if she doesn't care that much. And that leaves us with Iolna.
Hello, I'm Nobody. I use they, them pronouns, and I play the role of Yolna Woodwasa, she, her pronouns. She is a Leonin, a lion, and a druid mostly, and right now she's kind of just content. She had a good dinner and she needs a nap.
Yes, for those that tuned in or didn't tune in last month, Yona turned into a giant spider, a generic giant spider, and quote unquote drank the Lizard King from the inside. They now have the Lizard King is only a husk now.
I did forget to mention that both Yorick and I use he, they, so pronouns are important.
And I use she, her, or she, that.
And Sorknir uses he, they, or he, him as well.
Oh,
Or they.
coming out
He,
for a
him, or
moment
they,
there.
to be fair. They is also still correct.
You are a dwarf. They is just acceptable because you're a dwarf.
It's usually more of a them.
So we defeated the Lizard King. Tell us, GM, where are we?
If memory serves, we didn't get very far with the Igneous, did we?
I seem to recall that we had basically just gotten back to the throne room. He asked for proof that we had actually done what we said we did, and we didn't have any because we didn't bother to bring any corpses with us.
And you had said that you drank the Lizard King,
Right.
not ate, because Igneous asked if you guys ate the Lizard King, and you said I didn't technically eat him. I liquefied his inside, so I technically drank him, not ate him.
Well, I mean, spiders don't have teeth, so you got to do what you can do.
They have fangs that they use like straws.
Your Majesty, if I might, there is a spell. Our shamans knew it. Perhaps you have.
You are currently not in the throne room. Yorick. You're muted.
Sorry, you're muted.
We've left the throne room. Sorry.
No, you are not in the throne room. The other three are. You are not.
All right. I probably would have. I'm probably just outside on my way trying to get back to them. Almost certainly.
Oh yes. Ash. After Ash delivered your three companions back to the throne room without Fro with them, Fro not being with them, Ash went to find you. And I would guess that you are probably in the local sorcerer's. I can't remember what I call college. That's what it was. The sorcerer's college, the local sorcerer's college. Roll a. Insight or investigation or perception.
Well, I'm not rolling investigation. That is just a bad idea. I can roll a perception, though. That is a nat 1.
Oh fuck.
So I have no idea where I am.
You can't critically fail skill checks per the raw, so you could still get somewhere.
You're fairly sure it's a man-made building of some sort.
No, that's not why. No. You are in the library of the local sorcerer's college.
Oh, no wonder I have no idea what's going on. York can read, but it's very difficult.
I am going to have you roll a Arcana check.
Also, a skill I'm not very good at, so. These dice are being very finicky. I got a 17 on that one. But I think, and I don't have any minuses because you specifically said no negative modifiers, so I have a +0. So 17 even.
Yes.
What do I get with the 17?
Let me see, 17. One sec. Oh, and you succeeded in your opposed. So you are walking around the library, and you feel a pull from one of the books. You walk over to the book, pick it up, and instead of pulling you into it, you pull something out of it. So it reaches out with some kind of kind of like a mage hand. Like the book is like when you pick up the book, it flies open and a visible mage hand reaches out of the spine. So like the book opens like this and a hand is reaching out of it. You grab the hand and pull. That is what the Arcana check was, to see if you got pulled into the book or you pulled what was in the book out.
I am very lucky. I would have hoped that was a strength check, but I guess I can work with Arcana. I am out. It's out.
Because it was magic. It's because it was magic.
You know what? That tracks.
It was a magic strength check, pretty much. That's why it was opposed, and not just a strength check.
That's probably why Yorick succeeded, even though he has really low intelligence, is because Yorick is good at strength checks.
It was Arcana 17 versus the 13
I know, but
what the book got. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So you pull the hand, and what comes out is everything is just a papyrus. Or no, like not papyrus. Like an old. So the pages of the book look like this. They're kind of rough. They're not like uniform like the top of the pages on this book are. They're kind of rough. So it's a very old book. You can't read the cover. All you can see is a symbol like that and the lock. So that symbol and the lock. When you pick up the book, the lock popped open. The hand it opened up to the middle of the book, and the hand popped out. You grabbed that when the hand tried to grab you, you grabbed it back and pulled it out. What comes out is everything up to the elbow of a mummified arm.
And the elbow is just out of the book. It's just
No.
loose.
Like it's as if the arm detached right here.
Right, so it's just a loose arm and not still stuck in the book.
It's everything from here up.
Okay,
And
so it's just
each
a loose.
of the fingers is a different colored flame. Once it leaves the book. There is pink, green, ice blue, red, and orange.
Okay. I am going to very slowly and very carefully leave the library, which is full of flammable things, while I'm holding a hand that's burning. The arm. I got it at the wrist, and I am very, very
flames.
carefully
They're
and
not like...
slowly leaving the library where burny things can be burned to the main room, I guess, of the Sorcerer's College. That sounds like a good start.
Roll a... Okay, no, Rafe, you are going to roll a Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Actually, all three of you roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
What level are we
Fiona,
again? I
and
don't remember if
Sorcerer.
I had a chance to level up. What level are we supposed to be?
4.
Four still? Okay.
20. Dirty.
This isn't
20.
the skill I have, so 15's pretty good.
23.
Dirty or clean? 20.
23.
No. 23. But is your modifier a 3 or more than a 3?
It's greater than a 3. But I mean, like, if it's the difference between a 23 and a 25, right? So I got a 23.
Just saying it's not a nat 20.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is it a dirty?
I didn't roll a nat 20. I rolled a total of 23.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to know if your total was a +3. If your modifier was a +3, that's all I was wondering.
Nope, it's a +5.
Okay, so it's a +5. Got it. Thank you. Because that would that changes the answer that I gave a little bit because it wasn't a nat 20. All three of you passed. You all feel a disturbance. Sorknir feels a connection to. I said it was pink. I can't remember what was on the ring finger. I forgot the color.
Green. It was pink, green, blue.
Green, ice blue, red, and orange. Okay, yeah. So Sorknir feels the powers of Rock and Sindri, like a magical pulse that you associate with Brock and Sindri, like the Forge and like the fires of the Forge, the powers of technology. Iona, and so you're feeling the pulse from the thumb, Sorknir. You're feeling the orange flame. Rafe, you are feeling the pulse from the pink, green, and red flames. No, pink and red flames. you are feeling the pulse of the pink and red flames, Rafe. Those are the red flame is the flame of sorcery, and the pink flame is the flame of your faction. The flame of what your faction protects, or is entrusted with, I should say, not protects, but is entrusted with. And Iona, you are feeling the green flame, the flame of nature, the flame of the wilds. And um our friend Yorick is drawn to the ice blue flame for obvious reasons.
I feel the call of my patrons. I must move. And Sarknir begins following the will of his thumbs.
Following the will of his patrons.
So I'm pretty sure there's a book that's called By the Pricking of Your Thumbs or The Pricking of My Thumbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Iona, what do you when you feel the pull of nature in the middle of a cobalt city where there is not a lot of wilds and nature?
Before I say anything, are we still in the middle of our conversation with the king here?
Yes.
Okay, then I
Even
have
better.
to ignore it for now.
Stormclear has already turned from the king.
He definitely still just announces this and turns and leaves.
Yeah.
Just like this, just thumbs just pointing out, just holding him out like a compass for
Oh
himself.
no! Like, your hands like this. You're not throwing your thumbs out like a compass. That's just where the flame happens to be. Your hand, like you're going like this, like your pointer fingers are like this, like dowsing rod. So you got your hands like this. You're dowsing rodding it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, Rafe,
Oh.
when you feel the pull of your clan and those you follow, what do you do? Or no,
Uh,
those you were entrusted with.
I don't know. I mean, it's already Heavy Metal Rabbit, right? But she's very polite. She'll say, "Excuse me, there is definitely something magical happening. Can you feel it?"
uh,
She'll say this to Ignatius, to the king. She'll say this to Ignatius
Ignatius
before she lives.
Ignatius also feels a pulse, but it coincides with Yorick's.
That's fine.
He says, "Yes, I feel the pull of the ice."
Oh, just the ice. Okay.
Right. Well, that's all of us feeling magic unpleasantness, then we should probably go deal with that. But before we do, Your Highness, there was a reason we were sent to your city. You're aware, perhaps, that several of the pieces of Romulus's armor have been stolen? We were led to believe you might have one here. Is it safe?
1 second. There are no pieces here, but I do
well.
have some information for you.
That'll work just as well, I suppose.
Ignatius changes from his owlin form into his ancient dragon form. So he reverts to his true form, which is rather large. And there is more than
Okay,
enough room
great.
in the throne room for him to revert.
I would have expected that of his throne room if he's,
Like there's like let me put it this way. There's enough room for like 3 of him in here. Like at full size. So yeah. his throat starts to glow, and he breathes rather than a normal dragon's breath, he breathes a beam into the air. Well, at a wall that has a few gems on it in a kind of like a arch shape. So they're interspersed in like kind of like an arch. So like there's like two out here, and then they go up to like a big gem at the top, a diamond like a diamond shaped gem at the top, with like a bunch of circle gems. Like so, it's one that's shaped like a diamond, and then there's like four. There's two on each side that are circular.
So he's got a diadem as a crown of horns.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're describing is a diadem with as
Oh no
for
no no
his
no no!
horns.
This is on the no. These are gems on the wall.
Oh, on the wall. Okay.
Yeah, he breathes the beam at the diamond-shaped gem on the wall, which is at the top, and that starts to glow an icy blue, and a line of energy goes from that both ways and connects to the other four gems and the ground, and a pretty much similar to what happened with the portal at the Temple of Romulus. You get a Stargate effect of a portal opening.
Okay.
And this portal is big enough for Igneous to walk through. Just letting you know. He says, all of you climb on. I will carry you to our destination.
With respect, Your Highness, 2 of our number have already taken off to go investigate the magic thing in your city. If you don't have a, direct information right now, perhaps we should go retrieve them before taking off to places through magic portals.
We will meet those that have disappeared at our destination. I felt that we are all headed to the same place. This is the only way I can exit this room in this form. And once I pass through, the portal will close.
As you will, then.
So do those still in the throne room climb on?
Sure.
I think she's reluctant about it, but yeah, all right.
Okay, so Iona and Rafe climb on to Ignatius's, we'll just say wing. He lifts you guys up and just kind of like folds his wings over you guys' back, just kind of like not like trapping you there, just kind of like doming, like using their wings as a dome. They kind of put their wings.
Yep.
If you've seen How to Train Your Dragon, it's like
Yep.
what Toothless does over his head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got the
He
picture.
does that with his wings on his back. So it's kind of like a dome over the both of you.
Okay.
And then he walks through the portal and appears in a large area outside of the Sorcerer's College. And our friend the dwarf is just running up. Yeah, our friend the dwarf is just dowsing up.
I must be getting close.
Uh,
It's a very serious face while he's doing this, of course.
Sorknir, roll a perception check. Oh wait, what's your passive perception?
12.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
11.
Yeah, no, you bump right into Ignatius. You bump right into Ignatius.
Oh, my fingers. What? Oh,
Yeah, roll insight.
15.
You can you figure out that this is Ignatius.
Oh, Ignatius. Are you? He looks up. Can I see them in the dome, or are they? Is it opaque and I can't see my companions?
They're inside the wings make up the dome, so you can't really see them, but you can see shadows. You see two shadows. One that looks like a Haragon, one that looks like something else. So you can probably infer.
I intuit at that point. Sure.
Yeah, your 15 your insight is enough to figure out if one that looks like a rabbit. There's two figures there. You're guessing the other one's a Yona.
Friend,
And Ignatius unfolds their wings, and you're.
Isn't it Iona that's on the top with Rafe?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Nothing in my head.
Ignatius pulls his wings off out of the dome shape and kind of turns one lays one out as a ramp for Rafe and Iona to descend.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna take it both of you descend, and then Ignatius shrinks down to a mortal size, but they are no longer an owlet in this shape. They are now a Herringon.
Okay.
And oh wait, one sec. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta check something. I'm double check something. Make sure I didn't do that wrong. That's 6. Oh no. It is not a Herringon that Ignatius turns into.
Okay.
It is a dwarf.
Okay.
Again,
I had to
freaking
redo the roll.
shapeshifters.
I forgot to do the roll. Yeah, it is a unusual dwarf because it looks like a mix between a dwarf and a Jotun.
So is it a mini Jotun or is it a tall dwarf?
It's the size of a dwarf, but is I forget. Is it Brock or Sindri in God of War that is blue?
I knew you were going to ask that
think
as
it's
soon
Brock.
as you started talking. I think it's Brock.
I think
Go
it's
with
Brock. Yeah. So just picture Brock,
Okay. Perfect.
but with more hair, with shoulder length blonde hair.
Sorknir just doesn't pause as soon as Ignatius shrinks down to where Sorknir can get by and continue on into the college. He starts walking. He does look at Ignatius to regard him as Brock. And he just kind of nods, like, I've felt the pull of my god. Now I see someone who looks vaguely like one of my patrons. This makes sense, and keeps walking.
Okay. Ignatius,
Is the sorcerer hall laid out with the main room in the front, where the front door is, and then the library behind, or? Okay.
this is the entrance hall.
Right. Which was probably
the library
where.
is here.
So, I would imagine that Yorick is going toward the entrance hall, because it's the big main rooms are right there. So he's probably on his way down there, holding this burning hand and being very careful about walls and things. So yeah, he's
Yeah, I
probably
would
walking
say
down
you
that.
probably exit through this door
Yeah,
and are heading straight down this hallway to the
right.
entrance hall.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm going.
Uh, as you get to here,
Okay.
which is the hallway that goes over here, so
Yeah.
you reach here, and a bunch of sorcerers are coming from down from the dormitories.
Uh huh.
Those that are like residents and
Yeah,
researchers
yeah.
that live at the college.
Fair.
They live in this like the dormitory hall, which is near the all the research rooms are over like up in this corner by the library. So this is the library right here, and then the research rooms are all along here. And this back here is like the rec area, which is pretty much just a place for them to summon elementals and stuff. So it's pretty much the like the bomb shelter type magic area where they would like anything dangerous they would do in there. So yeah, you're heading down the hallway. A bunch of the researchers and residents are like reach the end of the hall, see you with the burning hand, and just follow you.
Okay. This is out. Yorick is. This is not good. This is probably gonna end. We're just gonna go outward. I don't know if you're like, yeah, out works, right? This makes sense, sure. And he's just gonna start going that way. Actually, though, I'm gonna kind of turn to the other. Should we go to the back room or should we go out? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what this is?
Have we made it to Yorick at this point?
That's a good question.
You guys have just entered the front room.
Okay. Can we? Is that? It looked like was there a corner where we can't quite see all the way to the back, or can we see Yorick pass by the hallway as we're entering? Can we see Yorick? That's really the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it's called. It looks like a hand of glory. I couldn't remember the name of it. It looks like a lit hand of glory. If anybody knows what a hand of glory is, it is literally a... One sec. The hand of glory is... made from the hand of a hanged man and allegedly invaluable to thieves.
Frickin' necromancers.
It's made from someone that was hanged. It was a hand dipped in wax, and if you light the fingers, it can give each finger has apparently has a different ability, if I remember correctly.
Sorknir,
Like one gives you stealth, one makes it easier to pick locks, one helps you find treasure, one, like, you know what I mean, like invisibility, void detection, all that. Like, doesn't matter, but pretty much it looks like a hand of glory, but it is not a hand of glory because that is only the hand. This is up to the elbow, and also the hand is going like this. The hand is moving.
Can we see that it's a hand from this far away, or do we just see like lights that are kind of like
you
moving?
just see the orange, red, ice blue, green, and pink flames just going like this, floating above Yorick's hand where he's holding something. It looks like he's holding a candlestick with 5 flames.
Question for the DM: can I see them if I'm kind of coming out and I'm kind of like, should we go be kind of heading toward there? They're all following. I'm like, wait a second, should we be going the other way? Can I look down and see them coming up, or no?
You're literally, you've reached right about here. They are right there.
Okay, so I can see them. In which case, I am heading straight for them.
But actually, no. Roll a perception.
That is very fair. I just need to get dice. All of my dice. I guess we're using this one because it's the one I have out right now. I'm gonna get more in a minute. Just rolled underneath, so I have to get. Oh shoot! It's this. I forgot this was. Okay, I'm gonna read. Okay, there we go. And 18 plus 19, 20.
Okay. Yes, you do see them. While still, you do notice them while still looking out for anything that is flammable.
Actually, it was only an 18. I did lie, but
okay. Well, still, you still would. Would that be athletics or acrobatics to avoid bumping into anyone while holding this moving hand?
That'd be acrobatics.
Okay.
I'd really like it to be athletics, though, if the DM would be gracious.
I mean, I would make it athletics, but I'm a mean DM.
Athletics is good. Good. Athletics would be very good. Depending on what the RDM now wants. Athletics? I can roll athletics.
Yes, roll athletics. And do you happen to have proficiency in that?
I do happen to have proficiency.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to get much better, but... Okay, I might not bother with... Okay, that was a 19 on the die, plus... That's 22.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely make it. Yeah, you're just strafing and like you're pretty much dancing around people like while holding this thing. You're pretty much pulling a like a pro football player holding the football kind of thing. Yeah,
Probably
you're
using at least a little of the
moving.
physicality of scooch, 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 move, pushing gently.
No,
Come on, dude. Careful.
Also, roll an intimidation check. And everybody, Ray, Fiona, and Yorick roll
13, not as good.
Roll the counter.
13, not as good.
The save. For intimidation.
So probably like a wisdom, I would guess. Wisdom or charisma, DM's choice of which kind of save you got. I got a 13.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, which one do you want us to roll?
Roll your better.
Okay. That'd be a 16.
4. Sorknir breaks stoicism and just dives out of the way.
I'm looking at a 25 over here.
Okay, so we got a 25, a 18. Is that what you said, Rafe?
We got a 16, 1-6.
Oh, 6. Okay, so 16 and 25 at a 4.
A 4.
Okay. Rafe and Iona just see. Okay, so Rafe sees this and is starting to put 2 and 2 together. Iona is keeping their composure, but Sorknir sees the moving flames and freaks the fuck out.
Fire! Fire! There's a fire! We need to put the fire out. Fire!
Aren't you a blacksmith? Aren't you used to there being fire indoors?
Right? That makes more sense.
Not in the hallway.
Maybe Constitution? No, not Constitution. Okay, so it's strength is how many. It's how many you can throw.
Well, that's how far.
Oh, how far you can throw them. Okay? What
Dex is
intelligence
dodging the
is
tomato.
throwing. Okay, yeah. Intelligence is.
Understanding that tomato is a fruit.
Wisdom is
Not putting it in the
not to
fruit
put
salad.
it in the fruit salad. So
And con is eating the bad tomato.
yeah, and then charisma is
Selling the
selling
salsa,
tomato-based fruit salad.
which is salsa.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna go with probably wisdom. Wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh no,
So you have-
wisdom.
Slightly better than last time. A 6. His wisdom is slightly improving.
Yeah, you don't completely and utterly screw yourself, but let's just say you think that there are a bunch of baby Balrogs in Yorick's hand. Elemental Balrogs.
I'll save you, Yorick. Sarkir goes to
Not
jump
Balrogs.
and tackle
What
him.
were those things? What were those things that were in the deep? Sarknir?
If you're thinking of Lord of the Rings, those are Balrogs. Yes.
No, not Balrogs. The things that me and you talked about in our one-on-one a while back, that we had talked about, that had to do with the deep metal.
Well, that's not fair. They were elementals of some sort. I'm fairly
Okay.
confident.
You think there are a bunch? You think that Yorick has the different
Bunch of different
variations of
elementals, basically, like on him.
baby versions of that dangerous one, because they come in 5 different colors.
Oh God.
The
Okay.
babies come
Yeah.
in 5
In that
colors.
case, even dumber than that, Sorknir goes to jump onto the flames to attempt to smother them and get them away from Yorick.
Okay, roll Constitution. And Yorick rolled Dexterity.
Ah, of course. Now we start getting higher rolls.
Huh.
15.
Okay. Yep, I was in that one. Isn't this? Okay. All right. 17 plus.
You get a no friend Yorick, and he belly flops onto the thing.
18. I got an 18. I don't know how high Sorknir got.
I'm sorry, but how high did Sorknir have to jump to land on the thing in Yorick's hands?
It's more of a vertical, or excuse me, it's more of a horizontal
Like you would knock it out of his hand.
movement.
Kind of like
But I got an 18 on the Dex save check. Either way, I don't have great. I don't have efficiency, so it's either way.
Sorknir, what'd you get?
15.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorknir misses.
Just belly flops onto the floor past Yorick.
Sorknir, Sorknir. Hang on, Sorknir. Wait. Hang on, Sorknir. Rafe, do you know what this is?
You're on fire.
It doesn't hurt. It's not burning. It's just kind of here. Rafe, do you know what this thing is?
Fire bad.
Rafe,
He's lost all intelligence in this insanity.
Also, Eliserv, the Hand of Glory predates modern society, comes from the Dark Ages.
Yes, but it wasn't as gross until D&D did it. Trust me. Everything got grosser when Gary Gygax got a hold of it.
Ha!
Fact of nature. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you know it's a Hand of Elemental Glory.
Okay.
It's a divine item
Okay.
that only comes from 2 places.
Okay.
history.
All right. That's a 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay, one sec. I just gotta pull up the file.
Pink on pink is hard to read. I rolled the wrong die there. I could barely read it.
I can see the digits in there at least, which look
They,
nice.
they were, yeah, at the angle though, because it was shiny inside. It's just like, wait a minute, what?
Gotcha.
This one's much clearer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this predates the second. This one from your wait, what was your Arcana check again?
My Arcana was a 20.
A dirty 20, and then your history was a
15.
okay. Yeah, with both of those, you can tell that this one predates the Second Age, but is post First Age,
Okay.
which is during the 10,000 Year War.
So yeah, this thing's, from the 10,000 year war. So it's
Militant invasion.
it came from during the invasion, the 10,000 year war. It's a hand of elemental glory, and
It was okay.
Sorknir finds history very soothing, so he hears this and does trust Rafe explaining this, if that is able to help him at all. assuming that he's able to think straight enough to hear it.
So Elsa, sir, if you remember when the hand first showed up, it came from a book. So it was preserved in the book, so the hand itself is not dusty.
Got that going for you, which is nice.
Interesting. And I hear Rafe explaining this, right?
So, Igneous, having heard Rafe's explanation, walks over to Yorick and holds out their hands like this, like one below, like so, kind of like to see if they can have it, and says, "Kind Jotun, would you mind if I took a look at that ancient hand?"
I'm gonna look at Rafe. Rafe, is this a good idea? Should I?
Yeah, because Yorick doesn't know that this is the Igneous.
That's true. Yorick has just blue dwarf that has no idea, and Rafe is the sensible one who actually knows what's going on with.
Igneous can take a look at it. I don't see any reason not to.
Wait, Igneous as in the king? Is
yes.
that? Oh, okay.
Yes. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Frickin' shapeshifters.
Yeah. Okay. If that's all right, I'll hand it over. And yeah, I'll hand it over very gently.
Yeah. The second it moves to Igneous's hands, the flames grow for a second, and then so they kind of go, and the hand, which this whole time was going like this, closes into a fist, and the flames move to this joint of the thumb and the base knuckles of the fingers.
That can't be.
They move to here. Like the ones on the four fingers go here, and the one for the thumb just sits right here. Like, and so it sits on this part. So it's burning from here, and then the others are burning from here. So the hand has stopped moving. It is now in a fist, and the flames have stabilized.
Sorknir, is Sorknir still? If Sorknir's still kind of on, I'm gonna get Sorknir up and just check that, and then keep an eye between Sorknir and the hand, which is doing weird things. It's not good, but he's the king. It's probably fine. I'm just gonna check on Sorknir.
Did
Is
Sorknir
he up
come
by
to his
now?
senses? Because if not, and Yorick and like leans over to help him, he probably like is still freaking out.
Roll roll a wisdom check. Oh, saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Come on, wisdom, you can do it. 15.
Okay, you have stopped freaking out.
Sorknir, here. Here. All right, grab down and then pop him up, and then we're like, okay. Yorick is a little still shaken. Like this is weird, but Sorknir's here. You okay?
Begins kind of just cleaning himself off, attempting to restore a little bit of dignity after that freak out. Thank you.
So Igneous has now moved over to one of the nearby tables, which has lowered itself to a reasonable height for a dwarf, and a pedestal of sorts has appeared on the table.
Tables in the Sorcerer College.
Which Igneous has placed it on, but is still holding it. So he's not supporting the bottom, but he is just holding it with two hands now. So around the like this part, he's got his two hands right here. So his hands are like this, like holding it, but he is not supporting the bottom anymore. He is sitting on the table, but he's still touching it.
And tables at the Sorcerer College usually do this, right? They have they help with magic items just because they're enchanted. That's a normal thing for tables at the Sorcerer College.
Think of the common area in the Sorcerer College as something similar to a room of requirement.
Yeah, okay, that tracks.
Most of the Sorcerer's College has has primordial spells woven into the fabric of the building that make them act like certain rooms, like the library, the dangerous experiment testing site, the common area. They all have like the primordial room of requirement type enchantments woven into their being.
So the table doing this is not some sort of weird magic, like this is specific to this item. It's just like, okay, that's tables do this when you need to examine magical items. They'll help you out with this. Okay, that tracks.
It's whatever species approaches the table. The size of the table adjusts to them, but then whatever they're carrying, the table is adjusted on that.
All right, so that tracks.
And it is not just a metal stand. It is a rather ornate pedestal. It's a very ornate and beautiful, and it seems to have enchantments of its own woven into it.
It's got a little bit of flair to it. That's the benefit of a Sorcerer's College.
And Igneous is also kind of he's not just holding it; he's kind of moving it around, kind of turning it and trying to find the It looks like he's kind of trying to find the right positioning for it. And so this goes on for a few minutes until Thor. I'm not sure what to call them. Pincers, claws, whatever. 4 pointy things come up from the 4 flat sides of the pedestal and pierce into the sides of the arm and hold it there. And Igneous releases the arm, and the arm does nothing. It just sits there. Everybody that okay. What is everybody's? Wait, is insight's a passive? Correct? Has a passive, or is that just it's
No,
perception?
only perception is passive. Insight requires you to actively roll because you may know something or you
It
realize
wasn't insight.
something.
It was it's perception, and what's the other one? There's two that
If
have
you want to be
passive.
annoying about it, every skill in the game has a passive. It's just that you don't use 90% of them.
No,
That's true. You can
you
ask,
get used.
offer a passive for any skill,
It's
really.
perception and like on the character sheet you see two passives.
Perception and investigation are the ones that are most likely to come up.
Okay, what would everybody's passive in that be?
Passive what? Sorry?
Investigation.
Investigation?
That's
I
an
mean-
11 over here.
10, even.
It's
16.
It's a 16, same as my perception.
Okay, Iona and Yorick, you have to roll investigation. Rafe and Sorknir would pass with their 16s, were passives.
It's a great big fantastic number 6.
That's a nat 1, so
You know nothing. Yeah.
it's par for the course.
Yoda and Yorick don't see anything.
I
They're
think you'll
oblivious.
sound like a
All
chair
they-
to curl
They
up on.
just see that.
You
But
wanted a
Rafe-
nap.
Rafe and Sorknir, just by watching this happen, they can tell that this pedestal is the pedestal for the R. Like they're two parts of the same thing. They're two halves of a whole. So this is where the arm is supposed to be.
Okay.
Good. It is back in its proper place.
Sorknir,
Suddenly back, Sorknir's suddenly back on top of his game. Like, yes, this is good.
Sorknir, roll a religion check.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, would that be? Yeah, that would be. Okay, yeah.
8.
Okay, I just gotta do some quick calculations here because I gotta figure out okay, so if the base was 12, but then because you're a dwarf, that would decrease the DC. So I'm trying to figure out what the DC would be if the base was 12. Like for anyone other than a dwarf, it would be 12, but because Sorknir's a dwarf, the DC would go down. Would he pass with an 8?
Up to you. You could make it.
Depends.
I wouldn't tend to drop it that much, but it depends on how integral it is to dwarf history. If it's like a key part, if it's a key part of something that Sorknir would have known about, then that would make some sense. But otherwise,
Okay, roll a
up
history.
to you.
Roll a history.
Oh, okay.